Hello and welcome to the first tutorial on how to make a VTubing avatar into Unity and get custom animations and everything with Unity 3D. So first we've got to make a new project. So we click down this box and we're going to have 2018.4.28. So let's click it. And we're going to need a 3D project. So we're going to make this as Vtubing guide into 3D. Create that. So that's just loading up now. It's going to take a while. So that project is being created, and what we need is this plugin right here. I will put it on the screen right now. We need this plugin. This is on GitHub. I will have a link in the description for this plugin. So what we're going to do is double click this. As we've already got our Unity project open, it should automatically unpack all this. So we got everything, and just click import. All the script I'm going to use are going to all be in the description. Is text, so you can just copy and create. I will show you. So we've got all that. So let's create a new folder because we want it organized, called model. Actually, we'll call it VRM model because it's going to be your VRM. So we're going to double click on this, and you're going to grab your VRM file that you have created or downloaded from VRoid Hub. So I'm going to just drag it and drop it into this folder that we've just created, and it will import all the textures, the hair and everything. There we go. We've got our model in Unity. Let's just grab this and put it in our scene right here. So we've got it here. As you can see, the camera is back here, so we need to move this camera or rotate the model, which I find easier is just to rotate the model. So grab your model here, rotate, and you control key and click the green bit of the all right here. And don't worry, if you made a mistake, you can always do Control Z or Control Z, and it'll undo any changes that you have previously done. So we do this, and what we're going to do with our camera is grab this and put it down here so we can see our camera here in the game window. So I just dragged it right down here. So what we're going to do is, instead of perspective, we're going to go for orthographic, and we are going to change the size of this so it's lower, so we can have our model all in the window, the game window. My best rule of thumb is to have the tips near to the edge. So 0.4 is good for this. The nearby clipping, we don't need to mess with that. We don't need to mess with the far away clipping. And what we're going to do is grab our camera here and just bring it up a bit. Bring it up. Because what you'll notice is that the avatar was slightly a bit low, so we brought it up. So that is our avatar all in the window. Just make sure that you go to File, save your scene, and then save your project, because you do not want to lose all your progress that you've done. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new folder. Create folder. We're going to type this as animations, and this is where all our animations are. Before we create animations, what we need to go into here and make sure that everything is okay with this model here, and it looks like it's fine. There's a couple of errors here, but that's because we imported it and the creator of this avatar has not put any details into this. So yeah, so what we're going to do is go to a website called Mixamo. So we're going to go to this website called Mixamo, and we're going to download a animation from this website. So what you do is just log in or sign up. This is completely free, and what you'll see is you got all these. All we're going to do is type in idle in here, and we're going to have a load of different idle animations that we're going to see. So what we're going to do is possibly download this one. That's a nice. We're going to have it not with the skin. You can change it to Unity, but I just keep it as binary because it just works with Blender and stuff as well. So just download that file, and it's downloading. And what we're going to do is drag this into our animations. So what we'll do is drag this to our animation file folder, and what we need to do is click on this, and where it says rigging right here, the animation file we clicked, we go to rig, click down here, go to humanoid, because our VRM is already registered as a humanoid character, and click apply. This will apply the changes to this animation. And what you can do is now create, right click create, and we're going to go to animation controller. So we click this, and we can just call this custom animation, and then we're going to double click this, and you'll see this. Don't worry, I know it's a bit overwhelming and that, but what we're just trying to do is make sure that this character is all good. So we go down to this breathing animation, click this little arrow right here, and you'll see this. It's a little file. Drag that into the animation file, into the window, and we're just going to rename this as idle, so we know that this is an idle animation. Or you could right click rename, Control C, and Control V it right here. Just make sure you delete the spaces because the script that we're going to use won't really allow spaces. And what else we're going to do is right click transition, and we're going to click back on the node. This will make this animation loop when we click play. Make sure you save your scene, and what we're going to do is click play and see if our animation, our model animates properly. It's going to take some time to figure it out and compile everything. And it seems like it is not working, and I know why that is, because I forgot to drag this onto my actual character in the scene. So what you need to do is make sure you have this attached to your character or it will not work. So now it's on there and it should work now. So now the animation is working, as you can see, and you will see that it is kind of like floating. That's because if we click here, we have got this checked off. This will apply the root motion, but if you apply the root motion, sometimes the model will drift. So this is looking pretty good. The hair's flowing and everything. But what we want to do is make sure that all the bones for the hair and everything in when we imported it are set up correctly. So we'll go down to here, and what I like to do is make sure that all these are correctly done. So stiffness force is related to how stiff the object that you are trying to make has physical presence. So I like to put the chest area down to about 0.3, between 0.3 and 0.5. It's up to you guys what you want. Gravity will leave that. The drag force, that's alright. The colliders you can mess with to see if bigger colliders are better than smaller ones. You got the hood, that's all good. Hood, skirt. The skirt may be a bit stiff for my liking, so we can put that to 0.2. Let's see if that works well with the actual character. See, now the skirt is flowing a little better, and what we're going to do is just click this, and it looks like it's flowing a little better than before. So just to click this Y before we play it, so we don't have to keep on clicking it, because any changes you've made when you click the play will not translate over. So we'll go to this secondary. All Vroid models that I've seen on the Vroid hub has this secondary, so I'm guessing it's a default for when you've made a Vroid model. We've got hood, skirt, I don't know what the hair is classified as. It's just hair, so it should be here somewhere. Is it just the root bones that he's animated? This is good, this is. So what you can do is, as you can see that the hair is not in here, what you can do is add component, then click in VRM spring bone. We can add that, and what we can do is where it says center, we can drag this into here like this, and we can get the softness force back down to 3. We can have the hitbox, and this should make the hair look a little better. I don't think the hair, yeah, it looks a lot better now, as you can see. So now the hair is animating. The hitboxes are probably a bit too small. I'm not quite sure on how much, but we could mess with the hair a little bit more and put it to 1, so it flows really nice. So yeah, that is how you set up your model in Unity for the first time. So until the next tutorial, thank you and bye bye, and stay awesome.